straight ahead on CCX News. 'Tis the season to find workers, but see why this coming holiday season is proving to be more difficult to find help than others. Then the changing nature of home construction. Builders put more energy into saving energy. But first, after the storm, how the heavy rainfall created problems for local public works crews. CCX News starts right now. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon Slatton. Mother Nature unleashed her fury on the northwest suburbs Thursday, dropping between 3 to 4 inches of rain in some spots over the span of just a few hours. It resulted in flooded homes and closed roads. Delane Cleveland caught up with a local public works crew in Crystal dealing with the aftermath.
Visit any residential neighborhood impacted by Thursday's storm, and odds are that you'll see street sweepers out and about, cleaning up piles of debris that came courtesy of Mother Nature.
Between 2:45 yesterday afternoon and 7:45 in the evening when we checked it again, the city received 3.8 inches of water. So that's a lot of water for our city infrastructure to handle. Cell phone video shot last night at 42nd Avenue in New Hope shows a car stuck in a flooded area under the railroad bridge. While the roads are dry today, much of that water has made its way to nearby ponds a little further to the west in Crystal. This is the main way which water flows through and leaves the city. So today we're seeing much higher water volumes as that system is being held, as we slowly pump the water downstream when there's capacity. Mark Ray is Crystal's Public Works Director. His staff is responsible for 86 miles of streets, all with varying degrees of needed attention after Thursday's rainfall. So today we're definitely in cleanup mode. We have staff out sweeping streets. We have staff cleaning out catch basins as well as cleaning out the main pipes that connect our ponds throughout the city. Cleaning out those pipes is no simple task. The public works crews literally have to wade through the muddy mess and collect wood, trash, and any other debris that could block the flow of water. Unfortunately, they do have to get in the water. Sometimes it gets a little more wet than planned, but it's really an essential job that they do to make sure the water can leave safely. Ray says it may be a few days before they find out the full extent of the storm's impact. But for now, his crews will continue doing the dirty work as we make the official transition from summer to fall. The big thing is just the reminders that it always happens. So of course, if you see a plugged catch basin in front of your home, even if it hasn't rained yet, clean it out. In Crystal, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
And if you're thinking all of that rain on Thursday was unusual, you are right. This car was one of several that neighbors tell us was disabled trying to drive through a flooded street. Local weather watcher Steve Recker says he measured just over 4.5 inches of rain in his backyard. Thursday's rain helped make this September the third wettest one in state history. And if we get much more rain, it will be the second rainiest. But he says we did dodge a bullet. Areas to our south got damaging winds and possibly tornadoes.
The severe weather ended up happening to our south and southeast where they had some straight line winds. I think a few tornadoes, although they're checking on it. Certainly a lot of wind damage down in that area. And you just had everything coming together to give us the heavy rain here in the severe storms area.
Steve does have a little bit of good news, though. Temperatures should warm up a bit for the weekend. The holidays are still a few months away, but you've probably seen signs that say employers are looking to hire workers. Reporter Meredith Hackler explains why companies are looking to hire sooner rather than later.
From retail stores like TJ Maxx and Crystal to Shingle Creek Crossing and Brooklyn Center, signs are everywhere in need of holiday help.
We think what we're seeing is that the labor market is so tight right now. There are actually more job openings than there are job seekers right now.
With an unemployment rate of 2.9% in the Twin Cities, Oriana Cassell with the Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development says retail establishments are having a tougher time hiring talent.
The tighter the labor market, the harder it is to fill, the more openings there are because employers just literally are not finding the bodies to fill them, so they stay open. A lot of employers are just always hiring now, and it's just going to be more intense during this period.
While a tighter labor market is good for those seeking work,
if you're an unemployed worker it's a great thing. You can negotiate wages.
Employers are having to get more creative with how they attract the workers they need.
Employers are more and more willing to consider hiring young people who don't have any experience and don't have a job history.
And while hiring teens is one way to fill vacancies, labor experts have other suggestions as well.
Just start early and really try to get the word out there. Keep your mindset open in terms of who you're comfortable and willing to hire, interview, I should say, and then secondly, hire.
Meredith Hackler, CCX News.
The last parade of the season is set to roll on perhaps the best weather day this week. Saturday is supposed to be sunny for Plymouth on Parade, which will go down Plymouth Boulevard from 34th to 37th Avenue starting at 10:30 in the morning. Look for the CCX media crew broadcasting live from in front of Lifetime Fitness, and look for our very own Delane Cleveland and Meredith Hackler, who will both be riding in the parade. Still ahead, the push to make homes more energy efficient. Plus, it's a good match as Maple Grove takes on Armstrong on the volleyball courts. But first, a vintage September weekend, sunshine and 60s. How feasible is it for the average homeowner to invest in solar power for their home? The Midwest Renewable Energy Association is talking to residents and business owners all around the metro about the benefits of solar energy. Coincidentally, the rain impacted the number of people who turned out to the Plymouth event on Thursday night, but the speaker said he still answers the same question wherever he goes.
One of the biggest is, should I wait until next year? Is solar going to change technology-wise? And typically the answer would be no.
You can see where the next event will be held at solartwincities.org. Minnesota is among the nation's top leaders when it comes to energy-efficient homes. Sonia Goen shows us an energy-efficient home in Plymouth that's featured in the Parade of Homes tour.
Just with a new home in general, you get higher energy efficiency.
There are a lot of things to love about this 5-bedroom, 5-bath home. Buyers will be enamored with the open floor plan and ample dining space.
The heart of a house tends to be the kitchen. And so you kind of have everything how it connects to the kitchen.
But the best thing about this house are the details you can't see. Hanson Builders took extra steps to insulate and caulk around pipes and walls. And there are items you would expect to see in this $800,000 plus home.
The windows are highly energy efficient. They're very tight. The furnace is high efficiency. The water heater is high efficiency.
This house has been energy tested by GreenPath, Minnesota's leading energy and building program for residential construction.
On this year's tour, 70% of the homes have been GreenPath tested, meaning that they've got a HERS score and they've been rated and tested for energy efficiency.
HERS stands for Home Energy Rating System. The U.S. Department of Energy determined that a typical resale home scores 130 on the HERS index, while a new home gets a rating of 100. This house scored a 48.
What that lower score means is it takes less energy to operate your home compared to the baseline home.
Hanson Builders does an energy rating on every single home they build. In the long run, the energy efficient products save people money, but initially, it can be costly.
To implement the energy saving elements that are required in Minnesota costs tens of thousands of dollars. So it isn't like it's free.
Meanwhile, there's another way to burn off energy in this luxury home.
Kids build up lots of energy and they need to have something to do, and the indoor basketball court is a great thing to have.
In Plymouth, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The Fall Parade of Homes is featuring a tour within a tour that highlights energy-efficient homes. And for a list of homes on the GreenPath Tour, you can check out our website, ccxmedia.org. Still ahead, a Crystal Artist's latest bat caper. But first, the Osseo volleyball team has quietly gotten off to a great start. We'll hear from the Orioles next in sports.
The Hopkins volleyball team has reached the state tournament 3 straight years. The Royals have struggled to win matches so far this season as they make a bid 6 weeks from now to make another trip to St. Paul. Royals playing at 5th-ranked Minnetonka in a late conference match. Skippers in blue. Drew McDougall, nice pass to Erin Shoemaker, and she rips one for a kill in an 18-10 lead. Young Royals looking to stay with this veteran Minnetonka team. 7th grader Olivia Swenson takes the set from her twin sister Stella, pushes it over for a kill, and that makes their mom/coach happy. But Tonka wins the set 25-15. In the second set, the Skippers build a big early lead. Ali Sundam to Callie Engman for the kill, and it's 12-3 Tonka. Royals keep this one a little closer. Stella Swenson sets to Anna Eriksson for the big swing and kill. Royals within 7. But Coach Carl Katzenberger and the Skippers prevail again. McDougall to Dresden pass. It sets Engman for the kill. Minnetonka wins 25-17. They take the third set 25-14 as they sweep Hopkins. In Northwest Suburban Conference volleyball, Maple Grove was looking to bounce back after a pair of losses. Crimson hosting Armstrong for this one. Set 1, Megan Liu gets up and puts down the kill for Grove. Armstrong sophomore Libby Matilla gets her head over the defense and just inside there. The Crimson win the set, though, 25-22. Set 2, Rachel Ukestead putting it down for the Falcons. Maple Grove comes back. Alexi Preed with a kill for the Crimson. And then on set point, Zoe Brown gets the block for a 28-26 Crimson win. Set 3 is also close. Sophie Vogel with a kill for Armstrong. And Kaya Durant will take a back set and lasers to kill for a 22-20 Falcons lead. Maple Grove rallies. Elizabeth O'Callahan gets a clutch point here for the Crimson. And then a great dig by Amara Munson. Lou sets to Preed, and she hammers it as Maple Grove wins the set 25-23, and they get the sweep over Armstrong. Osceo's volleyball team is playing well this season. Jay Wilcox caught up with the Orioles.
It's a great start for the Osseo volleyball team. The Orioles are 11-0 after Thursday night's win over Park Center. And that's after somewhat of a rebuilding year last fall when they ended up 16-11.
With how we did last year, I was hoping for a better start to the season, and we did. We have 9 of us returning, and we have 1 coming in that's new, and so I was hoping that we would kind of click, and we have.
To be perfectly honest, I kind of expected it. We only lost 1 girl last year, and all of the girls played in the off season, and I could see improvements as I was watching them during their winter seasons, and was getting really excited about the season for that reason. So
Osceo's concentrating on the little things, and being sharper defensively is paying off this season.
We worked hard. We worked on skills like serving, hitting spots, serve, receive. We worked on key components in order to make us a stronger team.
We have been doing really well with just picking up the little things on defense, and our service has gotten a lot better.
The great start included a tournament championship at Farmington last weekend. The Orioles do acknowledge the tougher part of the schedule is still ahead.
Definitely, we got a couple of tough weeks ahead. Next week, I mean, we played Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so even jamming in a lot of volleyball in a week. So, but yeah, we play some tough ones. We got Wayzata and Maple Grove, Champlin coming up, Elk River's playing well. So.
The unbeaten streak hasn't been enough to get the Orioles into the top 10 in the rankings. It doesn't really bother them.
I mean, under the radar, it's always a plus because some people don't see us as like the star team, but we're kind of the underdog. But I mean, we are capable and we're able to show, the city what we're capable of.
We'll find out soon if Osseo has what it takes to continue to pile up the victories. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
You can see the Orioles in action this coming Tuesday here on CCX as they faced Armstrong. Live football tonight, Friday on CCX as Osseo hosts Champlin Park at 7 o'clock. Shannon, back to you.
All right, thanks, John. In Local Vote 2018, today we hear from 2 candidates for House District 46A, which covers parts of Golden Valley and Plymouth. On the ballot are Republican Luke McCusker and a DFL candidate who held the seat once before. His name is Ryan Winkler.
My name is Luke McCusker, and I'm running for the House Representative seat for 46A. I have a bachelor's degree in philosophy and a master's degree in accounting. I feel strongly about supporting our schools, especially pre-K and lunch school programs. I would also like to mention that I would like to see improvements in our healthcare system as well as our transportation. I would appreciate your vote this November. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ryan Winkler. I ask for your vote on November 6th to be your state representative. I live in Golden Valley, and I'm seeking to represent the communities of St. Louis Park, Golden Valley, Plymouth, and Medicine Lake. I have 3 kids who are in the Hopkins schools and very active in Hopkins hockey. I also have served for 8 years in the Minnesota legislature already, working on issues like the state minimum wage and clean and fair elections for everybody. I want to be your state representative again because I believe we can expand opportunity and quality of life for all Minnesotans through a high-quality education system, including early learners through college, paid family and medical leave, and affordable health care for everybody. I believe Minnesota's best days are ahead if we come together and work together for a future that we all believe in. I ask for your vote.
Up next, superhero-sized art. A Crystal artist helps create an instant tourist attraction. And finally, what do an award-winning artist from Crystal and Minnesota's largest candy store have in common? Neil Persley has the answer in today's Weekend Showcase.
There were a total of 11 artists that worked on this mural over the course of the 7 weeks that we painted it.
Earlier this year, Crystal artist Sean McCann got a call from Minnesota's largest candy store, just 36 miles south of Crystal on Highway 169 in Jordan. The store had a problem. The middle part of the barn felt claustrophobic with the low ceiling.
It started with taking the false ceiling off and opening it up, and then it morphed into really embracing the geometry of the structure.
Embracing the dome of the structure is what makes the installation unique. It also presents challenges. Enter the talents of Sean McCann.
It's the trick of the dome. And so when you're standing looking at it this way, the buildings look like they're falling down. But then when you back up and look at it from the vantage point back here, the buildings then begin to stand upright in the corner and then become natural looking.
Robert had the life-size superhero statues and wanted to create a world for them to reside in within this 80-foot long structure.
The guidelines, or what we wanted, were fairly vague. We just wanted this, a superhero scene, and they really just took it and ran with it.
Sean and his team had the talent, but the time in which to create the magic was the crucial factor.
We started this the beginning of February of this year, and then we had to be done by the 25th of March. It was quite a monumental challenge to paint, 5,000 square feet in such a short time and so consistently with one another.
Gotham and Beyond was chosen by the Collaboration of Design and Art, or CODA, to be recognized as one of the top public art installations in the world.
To be listed as one of the top 100 was amazing, and through that it opened it up to public voting as to who the public thought was their favorite, and beginning of this month we were announced as the winner.
There are numerous details and quirks to look for hidden in the mural.
One of the fun facts is we went through almost 12 miles of painter's tape.
From Minnesota's largest candy store, Jim's Apple Farm in Jordan, Neil Persley, CCX News.
Neil visited Minnesota's largest candy store and he didn't bring us back any candy. We might have to send him back. That's all the news we have for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here on Monday.